Hello and welcome. This is Alicia of the Chardon Sign Shack coming to you live from Chardon, Ohio. It's not my usual time, so I appreciate you hanging with me this late at night. As you're hopping on, please say hello. Let me know you're there. Let me know whether you're watching this live or on replay. If you're watching it live, up in the left-hand corner, which is over there, there'll be a little red button that says live. So again, as you're hopping on, please say hello and welcome. Let me get over here so I can get my comments. This is very late for me. I know it's like my son would say, it's only 8 o'clock, Mom. It's just our dinner time, but this is usually my pajama time. So, but I appreciate you joining me this late. Hello, Catherine. Hello, Vicky. This is just a one-time thing this week, and then next week we'll be back on our regular schedule. And as you're hopping on, please make sure to sprinkle, which means to do this. And this is going to be the drawing for today. Kindness is good for the soul, which this is one of my favorites. Hi, April. How are you? Right there. Kindness is good for the soul. That's going to be the giveaway for today. You're in your PJs? I'm usually in my PJs. I thought about putting my pajama pants on. Hi, Patty. How are you? And if anybody would notice, like on the bottom, but I didn't. So hi, Carol. How are you? So make sure to sprinkle as you're hopping on. This is the giveaway tonight. I appreciate you joining me this late in the evening. I'm usually in my pajamas and getting ready for bed. No, it's not April, but I am jealous. I'll have you know. Like I said, usually I'm in my jammies right now, so maybe one night we can have a pajama party, right? So as you're hopping on, please say hello. Hi, Rena. How are you? Carol, thank you for sprinkling. Hi, Winnie. And make sure that you write sprinkled in the comments, because if you don't, if you have a private page, we don't know that you sprinkled, and we're going to be having a drawing at the end of this live. Today we're going to be doing, 2 of them are on sale. I hope you took advantage of that great sale they had over the weekend. Hi Tracy, hi Donna, the buy one, get one 50%. It was a great sale. It ended, but you can still get these 2 stencils for 20% off today and tomorrow, 9909. I'm using a medium, and 9419, a small. And the links will be in the description above after I post this. They're not only 20% off, but you're going to save. Hi, Brenda. How are you? You're going to save, hi, Sandy, an extra 15% if you use my code SIGNSHACK, and that's SIGNSHACK. And you can use that anytime you order. Thank you, Brenda, to save 15% off. So we really appreciate that. So I'm going to set this over here, and it'll be behind me. And we're going to get started with our project. So I'm going to make a wooden, thank you, Rena, a wooden garden flag. And I have a 1x12 is what I make them out of. And I have cut it 16 inches long. So it's a 1x12 that's been cut 16 inches long. And I have went ahead and painted it. I put my paint away, but I think it's Fusion Mineral Parchment. So it's kind of an off-white, not a stark white, like this is their kind of stark white. So it's a little bit of an off-white, a little softer, and we're going to do a spring flag. This is one of the fall flags that I did last year on a live, for a fall live. And so on the back of this, I am going to put a spring flag for my yard. These sell really well for me. I always drill the holes. They're 3 inches in on center. So right there, and these are the hooks that I use to put in, which I have linked again above in the description. So they're already linked there, and you can just click on these and get them, and they hold up really nicely. So I am going to set this down here, and I'm going to angle you down. These are the stencils that we're doing today, that we're going to be using. This is the main stencil. It's so beautiful. No pain. No pain. Okay, I obviously can't read this late at night. No rain, no flowers. So these beautiful flowers with the rainbow and the no rain, no flowers, which is true. I'm using common pine, Deanna. So it is, hi Leah, how are you? Hi Lita, thank you. Make sure to sprinkle so you're entered in the contest, everybody that's just joining for this. Kindness is good for the soul. We really appreciate it. And I am the ambassador. My name is Alicia. I'm the ambassador for the Stencil Smith. They're a company out of Columbus, Ohio, and they're just the most amazing stencil company there is out there. We love them. Thank you, Lita. Hi, Danielle. How are you? Yeah, I was working on colors. So the reason I am doing this so late at night is because many of you know that follow me that my dad lives with me and he has been sick and he is back in the hospital. So I was there most of the day today, and I wasn't sure whether he was going to get discharged today or not. He did not get discharged. Hi, Sherry. How are you? He did not get discharged. So I wanted to make sure that I could do a live today. That's really weird. There's like color that's on my secondary device. I gotta change. I had it's so cold here in Ohio. Give me a minute. I got this heater on and now I'm getting really hot. I should have turned it down before I came out. It's, we have it hooked up to our gas line and I usually only have it on one brick, but I had it on 3. It was so cold out here. It's 9 right now, but it was -5 this morning. It's been a very cold day in Ohio, like I'm sure it has in most of the places around the United States. Oh, you did, Carol? Yeah, they're beautiful. So I kind of played around with some colors and found out what colors I wanted to use. I'm going to put this on my board. And again, this is a piece of common pine from Home Depot. Hi, Donna. And it is a 1x12 and it's cut 16 inches long. And I'm just going to tape it at the top here just to tape it in place. I do have it facing you. Oh, I bet it's even colder and snowier there, Leah. Thank you, Sandy. I appreciate that. Rainy again, low teens. Ooh, I hope it doesn't freeze, Leda. Thank you, Danielle. I hate, I'd rather drive in snow than freezing rain, but I'm not a fan of snow. I would rather have rain because snow means it's even colder and it piles up here. Thank you, Holly. I appreciate that. So I'm going to go ahead, and it is going to be hard to see this stencil on this piece of wood. I've just kind of centered it just because it is the Mylar, the white Mylar, and it's on a white background. But once we get started, you'll be able to see the colors showing up. And I think I'm going to start with this big flower here. And I am using all Fusion Mineral paints for this. I do spray it. Hopefully I have some spray. I think that was on my list of things to get. I don't, but it comes in a can just like this. I use this for my knots, but it's called Rust-Oleum 2x matte spray is what I like to use. Thank you, Winnie. Thank you, Donna. This is not what I use, but it's in a can like this. I get it at Home Depot, and I spray that, but I do like to use the Fusion Mineral paint. There's nothing wrong with any paint you have, but the Fusion Mineral has a built-in top coat, so I do like to use that for any of my outdoor signs if I can. They do not have as many colors, though, like as Deco Arts or something like that. So I've got a little bit of, this is Willow Bank here. It's a real pretty blue. I like this blue a lot. Find my brush that I had it on, because I was fooling with these colors earlier because I wasn't sure what colors. I get color fatigue when I have to do a lot of colors together. So the trick to stenciling is you want to get just a little bit of paint, and I'm actually gonna put that on the, because usually you would squirt the paint out, but these are in little tubs, and I'm gonna offload. So I offload on shop towels. That's what I prefer to offload onto. And these bigger flowers here, I'm gonna do in this willow, I think it's Willow Bank or Willow Bark, Willow Bank. I wrote that one because I wasn't sure. And I'm just going to swirl that around there. And this will take a couple coats. But probably what I'll do is I'll go put all the colors on this, and then I'll go back and add a second coat. That way I don't have to stop for drying time. So I'm glad that April could be in her pajamas. Is anybody else in their pajamas? Thank you, Donna. Yeah, it's a beautiful color. I use this a lot for denim when I'm painting a denim look. I used it for the Scarecrow. It's a really pretty blue. Blue is my favorite color. And I have a lot of different shades of blue. But this particular one is a really nice blue jean color, I think. So is it cold where you guys are at? Thank you, Rena. Again, this is Fusion Mineral Willow Bank. I think it's one of the newer colors. Not like super new, but a little bit new. Okay. And I'm just swirling that in there. I like to swirl. You don't need any adhesive to hold these down at all. Okay, so I'm going to put this brush away, and you can just put it in a baggie with a wet wipe in it. I don't have my wipe in there, but you can keep it in a baggie. Oh, that's so nice. -15. Willow, Rhonda, it is Willow Bank. Willow Bank. And I'm going to set this aside here. And I'm going to grab, because my flowers, I want to use this really pretty, this is one of my favorite purples from Fusion. It's called Divine Lavender. Yes. I will say, these brushes, April had me try a lot of brushes. And I did try the dome ones. Those were my least favorite, I have to say. So this is Divine Lavender. Look how pretty that blue and that lavender look with each other. And I've tried them all. These are very dense. If you've ever sponged, when you put them on, when you swirl them in there, they go on similar to like a sponge effect. Almost. See, those are raindrops. I don't want to get the raindrops. Purple. Although we could have purple rain, right? Like Prince. I've never seen purple rain, but I suppose anything's possible. I heard that song on the radio today. Love me some Prince. That was a long time ago, though. I'm an 80s, grew up in the 70s and 80s. Graduated in 1983, so a lot of that great 80s music and 70s music is just, I love it. You know what I heard today on the way to the hospital? It was crazy. See, Lita, they are the best brushes she's ever used. Okay, well, I judge it on like the area. The brushes that I use the most, Patty, are these, the 1/2 inch. I use those for the bigger areas. And these smaller ones, these are awesome. The 3/8 inch. Yeah, hi Bonnie, how are you? Once you use these brushes, you won't go back, I promise. And this is a 1/4 inch. So these are the two smaller ones. And they get real good in little areas. But they're so nice that they stay, see, this is already dry, so I'm gonna go back and put that second coat of blue on. And I always offload, unless I forget, which does happen. And I almost know the minute I put my brush down, like, oh, I didn't offload. You can feel it. Once you've been stenciling it long enough, you can feel it, definitely. But these brushes are just the best. I've tried probably every brush out there that I can think of, and it's just, I actually could have used even a smaller brush for this size. I forget who asked that. Hi, Heather, how are you? The 80s. Yay, 80s. But to determine them, like this is a perfect size for this, but you could even go down a size because these little places are so close to it that I'm going to do in other colors. And it probably would have been beneficial if I would have went down one size more to like a 3/8 brush. So we've got that blue, and we're going to do a second coat. And usually you do need 2 coats of whatever color you're doing. Sometimes you don't. Blacks sometimes go on really, really well. But I find with these brushes, you use less paint. I base coated it with their wonderful base coating brush that is new too. I did paint this ahead of time so we wouldn't have to watch paint dry. I try to get my projects painted ahead of time unless I'm doing some kind of new technique. So I'm just swirling it around. I'm going a little slow in my swirls. Just because the areas are so close, I should have went down a size on this brush. But what I was going to say, which I find just absolutely amazing, when I was on my way to the hospital today, they played, I forget which song it was by Fleetwood Mac, but it was from the Rumors album. And I'm assuming most of you are around my age. Maybe you're younger. I don't know. I'm going to be 60 in September. And you know that that album was 48 years this month. 48 years old. Oh, 80s theme stencils. I love it. That's what I love about the giveaway, Leah. This kind of reminds me of something 80s, something retro. I like all those retro, like bubble letters, or the 70s. My dad and I were talking the other day about what a good movie that Forrest Gump is. It's one of my favorite movies. And you remember how they, the one scene where they have the smiley face, and he's got that yellow shirt, and he's running, I think, and he trips in the mud, or he gets mud in his face, and he goes like that, and he gets that shirt on his face, and he takes it off and hands it back to that guy and thanks him, and that t-shirt is born. I'm of that era. That was a pretty cool t-shirt, though. I feel like I need one again. I feel like I need one. You know, I don't think no, I guess I did get those. A couple of those down there may need another coat. But I'm just swirling this in there. And again, I would recommend probably, this is a 1/2 inch going with the 3/8 to do these, just because the other areas are so close. And it would be helpful. I feel like I forgot one here though. I don't know if I did. Or sometimes if the paint's wet, you just swish it around when you're stenciling, so. But yeah, isn't that crazy that that album is 48 years old? That really made me feel old. It's just time goes so fast. Dolly Parton in that one movie, she says, time goes fast and time marches on or something like that, and it's marching right across my face. I think is how she says it, something like that. You gotta love Dolly. See, that was wet there, so the paint's coming off. So I'm gonna give it just a little bit dry. You're gonna be 70. My birthday is September 8th, Leah. You turn 64. So you were the class of 79, Bonnie? 61, you graduated in 82. We did have the best music. It just takes you back. You know, it's so funny. Music can take you back to like where you were all those years ago, the first time you heard that song, or just anything like that. I can't remember anything else, but that I can remember. So I'm going to do these leaves here in Conservatory. You know what? While I got these brushes out, I am going to do the rainbow. I had decided, I think I'm going to do coral. This middle one, this is why I should have done a smaller one. I should probably get a brush. Let's see if I can get it in there without. I just need to get a smaller brush. And I did not bring I filled my water up, but I didn't. So let me get a smaller brush. I'm going to show you the difference here just in the smaller brush. It just goes on. You have so much more control, and that's what I should have had, this smaller brush with the blue. Perms, oh my gosh. I had a perm. Flower Child, class of 69. 61. I graduated in 83. I really should have graduated in 84. The way my birthday fell, I was the youngest kid in my class. Let's see, I'm going to put this in the middle rainbow there. And so I was 17 when I graduated, and everybody else, my parents were rather strict, and like I couldn't date till I was 16. So everybody else could date a year before me. I was the youngest kid because my birthday was in September. So is your birthday in September? You have very pretty hair, Leah. It's beautiful. Class of 84. March 8th. I know you just turned 65. Happy birthday. I assume I'm right about taking, I did switch to this smaller brush. And I'm doing this top rainbow in this blue here. Just like that. And I'm going to do, you want to match it up with your rainbow over here. And I'm just trying to keep these colors similar. And I'm going to get a big one here because I already got it out. I don't know why I did these big ones now that I'm thinking of it. I should have stayed with all small ones, but I'm going to do this in Conservatory, not the Raindrops. So this is this lighter green infusion mineral called Conservatory. You may be the oldest here, Sandy, 74. And when is your birthday, Leah? Are you a September birthday? I saw you ask me when my birthday was, so I didn't know if that was why. So I'm going to offload right here, and I'm just going to start doing these leaves here. Swirling them in this pretty green. I use this color combo along with, I think, some coral, which is this color here. It's a real pretty color. I used it on, speaking of singers in the 80s, the Tom Petty, the Wildflowers one, from that song, which is a beautiful song. I never did get to see Tom Petty. I had tickets to him, and I was grounded. I got grounded. So I couldn't go see him. Let's see. Your aunt gave you a perm 2 days before picture day, fried my hair. Oh, those were the days watching the soap operas. My mom was a very big Days of Our Lives fan and Another World. And so I think those, like, whatever your mom watched are the ones you grew up on. I know everybody was really into General Hospital because of Luke and Laura, but we were Days of Our Lives and Another World fans at our house. Okay, we got another flower down here. And I'm going to show you some just quick shading tricks too with these flowers with your stencil brush. And let's put this one back, and we're going to get yet another brush. And if you haven't bought the cleaner yet, find the right color. Is that it? Yeah, that's the one. The Masters Brush Cleaner, it's amazing, and the little heart scrubby, which is this right here. There's the cleaner. And there's a little scrubby to clean your brushes with. Your daughter's turned 38. Well, I'm expecting her 7th and 8th children. Their 6th generation. Oh my goodness. Bless her heart. That's amazing. You watched the ones on ABC, yeah. My mom would have never done that. Never. No, no, no. I wish my mom would have done that, but she would not have got me a fake ID. That was back in the day of, do you remember making like the wine coolers? You'd get like that awful wine and you'd mix it with like 7-Up or something like that. And these are the raindrops here. And this is Paisley. Paisley from Fusion Mineral. And I think that's all of them. And I'm going to do this other little piece of rainbow here in coral. Get the right lids here, which is this color I thought would go real pretty with everything. But yeah, my mom was a teetotaler, and well, she was raised Baptist. My grandpa was a Baptist minister. Let's see. Let me see. I'm trying to get my brushes straight here. Okay, that's coral. That's a big brush. I need to get a different new brush, a little brush for my coral. They're all too big, so let me get a little bit of this coral here. Oh, I got to do the middles of my flowers too. I can't leave those empty. I don't know if that coral really goes with it or not, but we'll see. And we have to do the words down there. I think we'll do those in that dark blue. Let's do those words in that dark blue. Yes, if you use my code SIGN, S-I-G-N, why did I get my big one? S-H-A-C-K, you can always at any time save 15%. Okay, let me get that one. So I'm going to do the words in this blue. I typically would do it in like a black or white, but I think I'm going to go with this blue just to be a little different down here on the words. And I'm just swirling those in there, just so. Making sure I got a little bit more paint offloading in between. I think that's in the, it is. Okay, so we need another coat. I'm losing track of what coats I did wear of this green. So let's go and get this Conservatory. And you can use any paint you have. Like I said, I have a lot of Fusion Mineral paint, and I do like to use it on my outside signs. I still got to get, I keep forgetting about the middle of my flowers. I keep forgetting those. I think I'm going to use Prairie Sunset on that. But when I start doing colors, I do get really quite nervous adding all the different colors. You know, will they go? Will they clash? That kind of thing. I think we're supposed to be really cold tonight. I think next week we're going to get, it's sad to say, but we might even see a 40. Like even a 30 at this point would feel like a really big heat wave. And I hope none of you are in the area that flooded. I'm originally from West Virginia, and where I was born and my relatives still live in Logan, West Virginia, they got a lot of flooding down there. And my cousin was really lucky. It came right up to her back door, but then it started, it was really scary. It almost came in their house, but then it backed off. So that was a good thing. They're very blessed. Feeling very lucky. Their yard is a mess. Okay, so let's get these raindrops one more time. Let's see, this light blue. I think that's it. Sometimes it's hard to see the color that's on the brushes. Get that paisley. And then once I get this all stenciled in with 2 coats, we will go and we'll do some blending with the brushes, just to show you how pretty it looks. And it's so very simple to do it. Let's see. I think I got all that. And I need some more of this dark blue in the letters. I need to do a second coat there. It takes very little paint. If you're new to stenciling, less is more. You want a dry brush. You really want to offload. I'm using a shop towel. I don't know if that's in the there. I'm using a shop towel to offload. I like those a lot. You get a lot of usage out of it. A shop towel, and they're very absorbent. You use paper, coffee. I see a lot of people use coffee filters. You know, just whatever you have laying around. Want to get these again. The little outside guys of the rainbow. And the other side. I helped my husband shovel on, I think it was Saturday. We got some snow and it couldn't be moved with the snow blower because it was that real, it rained a lot. We got a lot of rain and then it froze. And then we got snow on top of it, and it was just, it started melting again that next morning, and it was a mess. It was a flash. Trying to find this other purple. There it is. But it was really a mess, and it was all soupy underneath, and that just doesn't go well in the snowblower. So I did help him do that. And I swear, you find every muscle you never knew you had. And I try to walk and I try to work out and lift weights. Hasn't been a lot of walking this winter. It's been so cold. And I need to do one more coat of this, this here coral. And if you haven't, please sprinkle. We do have a contest, and we'll do a random drawing at the end of the live. And this is the one we'll be picking up. Kindness is good for the soul. Oh, yeah, it was horrible, wasn't it, Leah? Well, hello. Watch your Frankie. How it was done. I have one started. I understand that. Yeah, the flooding in Logan was awful. I saw it. Like I said, my cousin, she was really lucky. It went right up to her door. I saw like down by Kroger and I think it's the Dairy Twist and stuff. They were just underwater. So I think I've got 2 coats on everything. So we're going to start, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it off for a minute, and I want to connect a couple, and I don't have my water. I got to grab it. I'll be right back. It's right here. I'm so sorry. I filled up my cup with water, and I left it sitting right on the sink. But what I want to do is, as I lift this off, ooh, I like that. Oh, I still forgot to do the middle of these flowers. I have like a brain block. Oops, let's line it back up again. You know, I think I'm going to do that in coral. I was going to do that in yellow, but I think I'm going to do the middle of those flowers in coral, just be a little different. That one and that one there. I kept forgetting those middle ones. I don't know what was wrong with me. It was like I had a brain block there. And that actually covered in 1 cup. I'm going to take this off for a minute, and I'm going to connect, see this right here where the bridges are, a couple of these, and then I'll put it back on and we'll do some shading with a brush. Let me get my brush here, and I'm going to get a little bit, I want to connect this rainbow together here. And usually I get some paint on my brush and I tap a little bit off and then lay it down. And I go from the center outward. That way, sometimes you'll have a big blob on your brush and you don't want to, okay, I'm just rinsing it off. Don't ever leave your liner brushes in water. And I'm going to get this Conservatory and tap it off a little bit. And I start in the middle simply because if you don't, you can get a big blob that just kind of like squishes out. And you can always wipe it off with a wet wipe real quickly. But that's usually how I do them. And we'll get these so they just follow through. And I am going to connect where they come together too. I'm going to connect that. So it doesn't take a whole lot of time to do this little extra. You don't have to. But it does make it look nice. But yeah, I know exactly what you mean about the Frankie. There's lots of things that I've made. I need to start writing down like the colors I use. I forget. And I can't remember how to do something, so I have to go back and watch my own video. How did I do that again? I saw someone today that did a reverse canvas, and I haven't done a reverse canvas in a long time. So I think maybe on a future live, we're going to do one of those. I haven't done one of those in a long, long time. So just connecting those bridges makes it flow. And like I said, you don't have to do that. Get a little bit more of the paint, and I just tap it off a little bit. I made some Thai chicken for dinner, and it was rather spicy. I think that's, oh, I want to connect this one here too. I got that one. And that's something I do whenever I'm doing bridges on letters. I always forget a letter. I don't know what it is. I don't intend to, but it's like, it's almost like a signature thing. But I'll go back, and sure enough, there's one bridge I forgot to connect. So I think I've got all those connected, and then I'm going to rinse that out. And I want to go down here and get the blue and connect the bridges. And don't, you know, your brush can be wet, but don't have it like soaking damp, or the paint will be like a watercolor and it'll really spread if you rinse colors in between. But you just kind of tap. And sometimes I'm going to turn this. It's much easier sometimes to turn your letters a certain way. I don't know why, it just is. But this is always, I always like doing this. Like I said, you don't have to. White is a very tough color to get to match. But other colors are not. Like this is matching up just perfectly. White is the toughest, though, I will say. I thought I had enough on there. So I hope you're having a good evening. You picked up a journal. I've got a journal. I'm just, by the time I get done with my lives, or if I'm painting, I just want to get cleaned up and be done. And that's my fault, though, because then I can't remember. I have to go back. Like, I kind of knew what color combination I wanted to use for this, but I had to go look at a tote bag that I had done kind of in this color combination. And so I've got all the bridges closed, so that's good. I just needed one coat there. And I'm gonna rinse that out. Like I said, do not put your, bridges are not your friends. You don't have to do them. You do not have to do them, but it's always nice. Oh, you know what too? I did want, I almost forgot to, before we put it back on and do some bridging, or some, not bridging, some shading, I want to put a little ladybug. These ladybugs are on sale today too. Let me see where I want to put it here first. It's fun to add just a little bitty, there we go. I want to go that way. I'm going to add one right there, I think. So what I'm going to do is I'll turn them towards you. I just had to decide where I wanted them. So I've got this little guy here, and I'm going to put him on the branch of a flower. You know, you could add little ladybugs different places. You could add some birds, some dragonflies, anything like that. So let me find my red here, and this is Fort York red. I know every single live I always say Liberty red, but it's not Liberty red, and these are all fusion colors today. And, oh, no, I gotta do, yeah, okay, the dots, the polka dots are black. So I'm gonna get a little bit, and I'm gonna offload. Yeah, the dots are black. So I'm gonna do a little ladybug there. And it's fun to have little things like that just peeking in your work. And you can dry over your Mylar, just be careful. So a little bit about the Stencil Smith. They are a company that was founded in 2006. They've been around for a really long time. They have over 10,000 stencils. The selection will astound you. Just will not even believe how many stencils there are. Yep, Liberty, Liberty, Liberty. I was waiting for somebody to sing, right? And so we've got the red, so I want to get a small brush here. I'm using the smallest size, the 1/8 or the 1/4, the 1/4 inch. And I'm going to line the overlay up, which is underneath it, and get my black here. And just offloaded it and make sure it's lined up. And I'm going to do 2 coats on this, so I'll do a quick little dry. But these ladybugs would be fun to have for all your like summer, I shifted it, spring, summer crafting. Even the fall, you know what we get here a lot in the fall? I don't know what kind of ladybugs they are. They might not even be ladybugs, but they look just like ladybugs, but they're yellow. They're a real pretty yellow. Isn't that adorable? The little ladybug just sitting there. So I'm going to set that aside. And like I said, that is on sale today and tomorrow. And I'm going to slap this down, and we're going to do a little bit of shading that really doesn't take too much time, but it's a way to take this to like a little bit of a next level. And I am putting the stencil back on. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use, let's see, is this the purple? Yeah, that's the purple. So this is pretty dry. I'm going to see how much I have on it. And I'm going to shade some purple on this blue. And I think I needed a little bit more is what I needed. That kind of dried out, so it's kind of splotchy. But I still want a really, really, really dry brush. I don't like the way that went on there. You're not pressing down real hard. I'm just kind of highlighting some areas, like maybe there's some different colors on this. And then I'm going to do it on this one down here too. And if you don't like it, when you're done with it, you can go back with some blue paint and go right over it. I like that a lot. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing with the purple, except I'm going to add the blue. And that's the blue there. Let me get a little bit of that blue and offload again. I want a really, really dry brush. Got a lid sticking. And if you haven't done so already, make sure to sprinkle. And I'm going to do the same thing. Ooh, that's more than I wanted. I wanted a lot less than that. So, like with this one here where I got too much up here, I'm going to take my wet wipe, just kind of walk it back there. And then I can go back and add just a little bit more if I want. And like I said, you can go, if you can't get it off, which you should be able to get it right off, you can always go back and paint over it with that color. But it's fun to experiment and just see what happens. Sometimes I make happy little accidents. And then I want to put a little bit of dark blue also on these raindrops here, just to give them a little variation. And again, I've offloaded, and I'm just kind of going on the one side of them. And just swiping. And it gives them like a little bit of dimension and depth, that kind of thing. I think I got all my raindrops. I have a fun new raindrop technique coming up that I'm going to try. And I think I'm going to just go in this and kind of like get a little bit of paint. And just kind of pounce a little bit in there. You know, almost like they're like little seeds. Okay, now I want to do these leaves. I want to add a little bit more there. And so I'm going to get a dark green. Which, let me find, I have a brush here. Yep, that's the brush. And I've got this real pretty, gosh, I forget what it's called. Pressed fern. This is pressed fern. See this green here? It's a real pretty. Hi, Donna, how are you? Make sure to sprinkle. And I'm gonna offload this. Real good there. And I'm just gonna start adding a little bit of color, kind of like on the edges. And where we had that bridge, I might have to add a little color there too when I pull it up. But this is easier to do when your stencil's on, if you're doing this type of shading. This is, lots of times, this is how I do my leaves for the fall. I'll do, like, I'll start them out green, and then I'll add all kinds of different colors, yellows, reds, oranges, to make them kind of tie-dye looking. We're just kind of adding a little bit of depth and dimension there. Adding a little bit of color. In there. And I think I got them all. Bring it around that end. And you can take a peek and you can add a little bit more. Sometimes it looks pretty dark, but when you pull it up, it's not as dark as you thought it would be. So next week we'll be back at 4 p.m. EST. I do appreciate everybody joining me today at this special time. Okay, I'm going to pull this up here. What do you think? Do you like that? No rain, no flowers. And I don't know if you can see like just some of the shading. It adds just a little bit of depth to it. Thank you, Monica. And I think I am going to take my blue brush here and I'm going to add a little bit around the edges, kind of frame it randomly. So I'm going to get a little bit of that blue and I am going to offload it. What colors would your flowers be? And I'm going to kind of like just pull it. I need a little bit more paint. Thank you, Kathy. I'm sorry it's so late. Like I said, I had, my dad is in the hospital and he's doing okay, but I didn't know if he was going to get out today or not. And I'm there most of the day, so it was just easier to change the time. That way I didn't have to worry about like rushing. And you can just add some on the bottom. And the sides. And you know what? I think I'm actually going to just go swipe it. I like that better. I'm going to swipe it down. And then on this side, I'm going to swipe it as well. I don't always frame my signs, but sometimes I really like to. Kind of brings out the colors in them. Okay, just like that. And then to make it a garden flag, we're going to put these screws. Again, I have put the screws in. This is a common 1x12. Thank you. Oh, that's okay. You can catch it on replay. A pop of pink would be pretty. That's right. I could have even put pink like in the middle of these flowers. That would have been pretty. Pink for this would have been pretty. But you want to drill these in 3 inches on center. And these great little clips are from Amazon. And I might have to, because I did take them out. Sometimes if they're a little loose, like this one is a little loose, you can always put a wooden toothpick in there and screw into it. And it holds it really good. But these hold up really good. I have mine in the front. Thank you, Tina. Yeah, it looks pretty. I like the framing too. And then they hang up. And then I also did list at the top, there are, let's see if I don't know if I got them out or not. Let's see if I can find them real quick to show you. But they're the little flower, oh, here they are. These little rubber stoppers, these are really nice. You can get these on Amazon too. And you put them on either side of your hooks. That way it doesn't slide back and forth on the rack, because this is heavy. The people I do sell them to, I do recommend bringing them in if it's like really, really windy. It's a good idea. But then they just clip on. Oh, I don't have my... Okay, so here's and make sure you get a one-piece garden right here, just like that. Get a one-piece, because Lots of the ones you order on Amazon or two-piece, I get mine either at Walmart or at Home Depot in the garden department. Walmart, sometimes you just walk in, it's by their seasonal stuff with their seasonal flags. But then you just clip it on there. And then you put those little rubber stoppers on it and you have a really nice garden flag. Thank you, Sue. The Amazon links are above in my description for the little rubber stoppers and for these hooks. They're there. So after I post the live, after the live's done, you can go and you can click on them and order them. But I would definitely make sure to put wooden, these go just right like this. Sure they do. Sure they do, Leisha. These are brand new ones. But they go on there just like so. And you put one on the other side, and that way your flag doesn't go back and forth, and it keeps it in place. But the only thing I do recommend, like I said, is keeping, if it's really windy, taking these down. Because, I mean, I've got really old flag poles, but I just, like today, mine was, I have my baby, it's cold outside right now, and baby, it is cold. And from the wind the other day, I didn't take it down, and it was bent a little bit, and I just bend it right back, and it goes right back. So it would be a great Mother's Day gift. And I'm going to show you a couple other, let's see if I can get it in holes here. I have a little thing there. There we go. To display it. But just to kind of give you, we got a little setup over here, but I don't have it set up quite. It's not, I know what it's not doing because that rubber stopper on here. You don't need a rubber stopper, but let's get that off and it'll hook up. But they look so pretty, and they're truly a unique and wonderful gift. There we go. So see how that just hangs there? I don't know if I have it in the frame, but it looks super cool. And I hang them outside and they hang all year, but I do spray it for outside too. So those stencils are on sale. This one, and then the ladybugs are on sale today and tomorrow for 20% off. Use my code SIGNSHACK, SIGNSHACK, and save an additional, hi Julie. Yes, I've done them at the cemetery for my mom. I actually did this one here for my mom, and I haven't taken it back yet just because we have had like whoops, I'm knocking everything over, nonstop snow. But I made this probably a couple months ago on a live, and I still have to seal it. I haven't even done that yet, and I want to take that out to my mom's. I'm going to put a wooden stake on the back of this, similar to like, oh, excuse me, but those wooden flags would make a great gift. The wooden stake, something like this, you can get those in the gardens as well. So, and it does look beautiful in your flower garden. I have them hanging by both my doors. And like I said, I've had a lot of people order them. They really tend to like them. But I'm going to show you just a couple of stencils before we sign off. And let me grab them here. Some new ones that I've gotten. I always show those at the end of my live. And I just got to find them. Here they are. Okay, so I'm going to show you in there. A couple of these are the other flower ones that are really, really pretty. But don't forget, if you have not... Yes, I did both sides, Kathy. I'll just pull it up here. This one I did on a live for last fall. I love that one. The Gather with the crows, the primitive one. And then... oh, this one, because I've got them stacked in here. I have this one also. I did. This one, my favorite color is October, which I just love this one. And that's been a popular one. And then I added little border corners on it, which April has a lot of these. And she just came out with some new ones in the new releases. And then this is the back of it for Halloween. This is a combo of two different stencils from the Stencil Smith. You like how the stencil has an arch window look. Oh yeah, isn't that cool? Oh, thank you, Tina. I know I'm always supposed to be doing something else than what I'm actually doing. That's like the story of my life. So I want to show you a couple stencils here that I just got. Super excited about. And like I said, don't forget to sprinkle so you can win this at the end. We'll pull it in probably about 5 minutes, if not sooner. So this one I got, and I just absolutely love it. And it made me think of my friend Sherry. She's not here today because she lost her beautiful dog, Jax. But I have a really good friend who does dog rescues. And as soon as she gets them in, she fosters them from like Kentucky and West Virginia and Ohio. And she keeps them until they adopt them out. And they're usually have been abused and stuff like that. Not good situations. You got new ones today. It's so exciting. And this one I saw because I think April posted a picture of it. I think this is the one, or maybe somebody did it. I can't remember. Anyhow, this is an old one. It's number 1621, but I love it. It came to me that every time I lose a dog, they take a piece of my heart with them, and every new dog who comes into my life gifts me with a piece of their heart. If I live long enough, all the components of my heart will be dog. And I'm almost tearing up as I'm reading it. And I will become as generous and loving as they are. Isn't that just, thank you, Patty. Isn't that just the sweetest stencil? But I just thought this was a beautiful, and I'm going to gift this to my friend that does the rescue dogs, because the work she does, it's so selfless. And I just can't believe what she does. So that's one of them. I just absolutely love that. Okay, I thought it was that one, but I have another new one too, but I couldn't remember if it was that one. That has to be such a cool thing to go and see one of your stencils hanging somewhere. Isn't that the truth, Bonnie? So this one, I haven't had an opportunity to do really anything, or none of the stuff I was planning on doing for the next week, because I've pretty much been sitting in the hospital. I got the stained glass bunny. I know, I cannot wait. And the stained cross. So this is number 9906, and this is the 11.25 inches. And I've seen a couple people do it already on the Paint and Share group. Look at that. Be the sunshine. Is that just not gorgeous? Be the sunshine, which is kind of what we need to be. Be the sunshine. I know we need sunshine in Northeast Ohio. It is super, super gray here. The sun came out yesterday, and it was like you couldn't even enjoy it because it was like -5 or some joke like that. It's like, what? But usually it's gray here in the winter. And this one is just beautiful. This is the one, I believe, is this the one that April posted? She posted this on the group in several different colors. And I liked all the combinations, like 4 different colors. And this is number 9884, and it's a medium. Isn't that beautiful? And it's just the flowers. But it's so pretty, and any of these would be just beautiful as a garden flag. And this is I think I told you it's a medium. The one I did tonight is a medium as well. And then this is, oh, I know, I think I dropped it and I didn't get the second part to that. I'll have to see if I can get it. So this one I love, and I thought this would be a really fun one to do. Maybe not so much now, but I was thinking about maybe doing it next year, like for, you know, how you get your word for the year, word of intention and stuff like that. But I thought this is such a pretty one. And I also have a great niece. I thought this would be really pretty with some pretty mandalas for her room. But it's number 3026, and it's a medium. And you could use just words, you know, if you wanted a word, but all of those beautiful words: dream, believe, love, inspire, kindness, give, courage, hope, faith, trust, create, dance, all that stuff. I think it's just beautiful. Just so pretty. But I think that would be a really pretty one for my niece for her room. Actually, even my teenage nieces, I think it would be really nice too. And this one is super fun. In the garden, my soul is sunshine. So all you gardeners out there, look how beautiful that is. And these would all be beautiful garden flowers. And this is number 9910, and this is a medium. These are not on sale today, but you can save 15% with my code. And let me show you this one, and I'll see if I can find the other part to that stencil. I'm constantly, if you misplace your stencils, they go apart. Know that they always have numbers on them and how many are in it. Like the one I have to get for this is a two-parter. But this is In the Garden, My Soul is Sunshine. And this is number 9910. Oh, I got two of these. Look at that. I ordered two. So what size is the cardinal one behind me? Do you remember what size I did on that, April? The cardinal. It was probably like a medium. But I don't know. April would probably know. It's in my book. I could look and see real quick. So yes, so I ordered two of these. So guess what? My sister's getting one of these. Sometimes I do that by accident. I don't do that on purpose. I'm like, whoops. Let me see if I can find this one stencil. I think it went down behind my cabinet. Oh, I'm too old to be bending down like this, girls. Goodness, it did. I knew it. I thought it. I meant to get it and I forgot. Oh, goodness. Okay. So, for the live. You did send me it for the live. Oh, so you don't have the size of it. I'll look in just a minute, okay, Joy? Let me show you this last stencil. While she's spinning, I'll look, because that's in my memorial, I think. So this is number 9883. This is an 11.25 inch one, but it's just gorgeous. Look at that. And this is another one that April showed on the Paint and Share site. It does under your orders, but that one April sent me for a live, so there's not a record of me ordering it. But here's the overlays. Let's see. Goes like that. And overlays are just like a puzzle. So that's what it would look like, but it's just absolutely gorgeous. Really, really pretty. So that is all I'm going to show you today. This is the giveaway if you haven't sprinkled. Let me see real quick if I can find Halloween Garden. If I can find, here, it's in this one, I think. So I recently converted all my stencils into these big books here and labeled them. And let me tell you, it is a huge space saver. Yes, I think that is what it was. I'm going to look and see it here. Maybe. There's the, let's see. If I can see it without, yeah, the stained glass one was a medium. And its number, YouTube Bonnie, thank you. The number of the stained glass one is 9729. It's a medium. A medium. So 9729, and it's a medium. And then the words, see, it's Love Beyond Measure. I think it's this one. So that was an 11.25 inch. Exactly what, I got the books on Amazon, Kathy. If you would like a link, message me and I'll send you the link after the live. So yeah, so the words were number 7341 and it's 11.25 inch. And I did do a live on that a couple of weeks ago, and they have different books out there, but these ones I really like the best. They're Suez display book, the 12 by 18. I used a lot of those, and you can label them like on the side with everything that's in them. But what's nice, you're welcome, Joy, is they have this black paper already in it. So your stencils show up so nicely on them. And it has been a huge, I mean, I'm talking I had probably 14 or 15 feet of stencils hanging on a rod, and I was looking at having to hang another rod because I didn't have enough space. And those have condensed it to a stack about that big. So they're really awesome. Where did I get the books? Yeah, and I can always send you the link. Sometimes I don't always see them. But they were on Amazon. I'll try to find them after the live and send them to you. But that is our live for today. So we've got that pretty little garden flag there, right here. I'm going to put my thing back in. I'm not going to be staging this outside tonight. But this is it. It's got the little rainbow. Got the little ladybug on there, which those ladybugs would be great for anything. Oh, that's okay, Cindy. Hello. I miss a lot of stuff anymore. I gotta take this off. I'm gonna lay it down for a minute. It's gonna fall. So anyhow, April could go ahead and choose the winner. She's gonna spin it. And thank you, Cindy. It was one of the wooden garden flags. Had a lot of fun making it. But just go ahead and spin. And we'll see who the winner is. And all you have to do is message April or email her. Message her at the Stencilsmith or email her at info@thestencilsmith.com. Thank you, Leah. It was fun. The 80s were a long time ago, Leah. It's hard to believe how long ago it was. Jeez Louise. Okay, she's spinning. It landed on Patty DeCharm. So Patty DeCharm, you are the winner tonight. Congratulations. I wish everybody could be a winner. And please make sure to tune back next Tuesday for another live. We'll be here at our regular time of 4 p.m. EST. So we'll see you then. Thank you, Stacy. I didn't see you there, but congratulations, and everybody have a great evening. Stay warm, stay safe. I hope you have nice weather where you're at. Bye-bye.